So we got some more rain the past 2 days. It's Monday. I mean, it rained now. All my poles, the holes for the poles, they're all full of water. So I actually went out Thursday, Friday, something like that. Went out and got a couple more bags of concrete to make sure all these holes are filled with concrete. My past offset, I didn't get to actually do much in progress for the garage because there's a hurricane coming through the Atlantic. It's Hurricane Florence, and it's supposed to hit somewhere between North and South Carolina. Like I said, it's Monday. Got a couple of days still to go. So all I've done, I've spent the 4 days on my last offset was actually just bracing this garage for the coming winds. I'm not getting any. They're not giving any information what the hurricane plans to do after it makes landfall, just up until pretty much landfall. They're saying it's going to hit North South Carolina with as a Category 4, which is like 115, 120 mile an hour winds. So I've got both my trucks for the most part backed into the garage. I'm going to pull the Ram out because the Ram has 15 bags of concrete in the back of it, and dump it into these holes with all this water and mix it up. So, and give you I'll show you what I've done for a lot of the bracing on this. All the roofing panels that are up are screwed down to their fullest content. I'm not going to put any more in it than I need than that's required, because then obviously it won't survive any other time. So I'm going to go ahead and get this truck pulled out. This truck has the crappiest tires that I have ever owned on any vehicle. It's barely damp out here. There's no grass, so it's like dead grass from having the trailer parked here. And I'm spinning. So I'm either going to have to back it up, get a running start when I need to get this thing out of the out of the backyard, or I'm going to have to pull the Trailblazer around with its four-wheel drive and pull it out. So show you all my brakes. So going in this is the one wall, the shorter wall. So I've got two bracings in there. These were cutouts from the doors. They're 10 foot, so I use those. I still have one of the original kickers in there. And what I've done is taken the last 2x10 that I had, and I've nailed it to the center pole here and the pole that's directly in the middle of the garage. And I've put kickers on it to kind of square up this. I probably get a lot. I figured I would get a lot of strength if I went off of one of the roof rafters, but I didn't want that stress on the roof rafter pulling down on the roof and the rafter itself, because I'm in the center of it. The center rafter doesn't have a hanger on this end because of where the way it joined. I mean, it looks pretty, but it's not going to have the motion. It doesn't have a hanger on it. So just a whole bunch of nails into the pole. And I just don't want to risk breaking it, ripping it out, and then, I have to pull the roofing up and everything else to fix it. So I put this brace in. I already had it. So it's doing the same thing, just instead of up there, it's down here. I put these two on. Well, this one I put on earlier before. This one, that one right there, I put that one in recently here. So this one is the kicker that goes to the big 2x12, 2x10 on the bottom. And I've put a kicker going each direction from the pole to the truss, and actually going out to one of that floor joist there. The floor joist is 2x12. So that one does have hangers on both ends. I didn't get as far as I wanted to with the flooring before I did all this bracing. I wanted to have all the floor done. So I'm just gonna have to strap down the lumber on the trailer and it should be fine. So also I have added on the exterior wall, on the wall here, an actual 16-foot 2x6. That's on the outside of the wall. I didn't originally want to put those on, and I didn't want to keep the kickers to begin with because one on the outside to get the sheet metal. Plywood gives it would give it the most rigidity and make it the strongest, but I'm just putting metal siding on it, so I don't need it. So I'm not getting as much strength because it's flat and it has the ridges in it, which take away some of the flexing. So, but another reason I didn't plan to do any of that, keep the kicker, the cross braces in like a normal pole barn, is because after my concrete goes in, I'm actually going to frame 2x4 walls on the outside, and they're going to be attached to my 2x6s, 2x6 banders on the outside. And then once the covering goes on, whether it be plywood or I buy like planking or anything like that from the local sawmill, that will be basically, instead of planking, sheeting the outside, I'm sheeting the inside. Because when you do that in a house, you sheet the inside with drywall. Drywall doesn't offer any the structural rigidity like plywood would. Plywood does. So, and I've strapped the one door so it doesn't go anywhere. And I brought most of my materials in. I have my windows, I gotta get them laid down, and my ladders, I'll have them laid down. And I just do that, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 more times. So I've already done the rest of them. Well, I got 3 bags into that one, right? Yeah, 3 bags into that one, but I only got 2 in all the rest that I've already done, because that's what it equaled out to be. So, but then again, the front has 2 in each pole, plus it has the 4x4s that are concreted in as well for the doors. And the sides get 4x4s for the doors as well. And then they got concrete in them. So, and I'm still on the fence about windows. Like, I kind of want windows, but I don't. Like, I think it'll look pretty, but I feel like it'll take up wall space. It's just more cutting I have to do to get around it. So, I don't know. Guess we'll see how it plays out. It just kind of, the windows that I have are kind of tall, so I can't put like a workbench, and I can't reach. So that, and then just like I said, it's more of an opportunity for people to get in that I don't want in, take stuff I don't want taken. So not that I've ever had a problem with that. I just, you know, they say a lock doesn't keep dishonest people out, it keeps honest people honest. So, we'll get the rest of these holes done. Freaking Dodge is stuck. Because of the crummy tires. I'm going to have to get some different ones. These BF good wrenches, anything I've ever had them on were horrible. It's supposed to be off-season tire. Yeah, all season except for mud and rain. and snow, and you know, as long as you got good dry pavement, you're good to go. So since it's stuck, and I at least need it out away from the garage in case anything catastrophic happens during Miss Florence's hurricane hissing, I gotta pull it out of the way. So before I go into the front and get the Trailblazer and hooked in four-wheel drive and all that, I'm gonna have a little giggle. We're gonna see if the Subaru will pull it out. Even though I did blow a brake line on it yesterday, or day before yesterday. Not drive, well, I mean, I was driving it, moving it around the yard, and the pedal went straight to the floor. I was parking it. I had been moved it and everything else, and I was moving it up into a spot up there, wedged in between some stuff, and the pedal went to the floor. So we just need some momentum. Let's see if we can get it moving. Clutch. It's out. I think the reason why I have so much trouble with that truck getting stuck in the mud and dirt in my backyard essentially is because the engine in front is just so heavy. So that's sinking. There's no back weight in the back. So that's my guesstimate, maybe that, and because like I said, it does have some crappy tires. It looks like they got another 5,000 to 10,000 out of them left in them, but I'm gonna replace them.